Today we're here at a local farm picking blueberries. And as you know, on the farms they put herbicides, pesticides, and fungicide. And the Latin word "cide" means death. We have homicide, suicide. So what we don't know is that these little chemicals that are on the food are also going into our bodies because they're oil-based. So today's intention is I'm going to actually wash the blueberries here with our 11.5 water. That way you can see just what's able to be pulled off of the food. And so another thing these pesticides will do is they will come into our bodies and kill our good gut bacteria. Our brain and our gut communicate. So if we don't have the right gut bacteria, we don't make serotonin and dopamine like we should, and therefore you notice people that have the blues, depression, or your immune system starts going down. So it's really important to wash our fruits and vegetables to get all these contaminants off. So this one here we're going to wash with our 11.5. So 11.5 fresh does a great job for any kind of inflammation that you might be experiencing. Whether you worked in the garden one day and you have sore fingers, you'd want to soak it. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to allow these blueberries to sit in here for just a moment. And what it's going to do is going to pull off those contaminants that are on, whether this is organic farms or not organic farms. They're still allowed to put chemicals on the fields. And why do they use oil? Because when it rains, it doesn't wash off the pesticides. So they don't have to use as much or as often. So here we have the blueberries being washed. Oops. In our 11.5. And let me just push it back in here so we can get the full effects. Okay, so that's anything on the outside of the food. We're stripping it right off right there. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go over here and we'll get a clean jar and we'll now do the same thing. And so in my local area here, it's really, really fun to come with the girls because we'll come in the fall time when they're doing pumpkins. There's a little train that goes around. It's really, really fun. Last year we picked pumpkins. Then we had a little picnic over there. So it's a great thing to do. And there's so many different uses for the 11.5. But one of them is washing our fruits and vegetables. Also, our laundry soap. Our laundry soap contains a chemical that emulsifies oil. That's what it does. And that first ingredient is very, very toxic. And when we're washing our clothes in it, we are also putting our body at risk because it goes on our clothes and then into our lymphatic system, onto our skin, and into our liver. So we can also use the 11.5 as laundry soap instead of using soap. So we almost have a full jar here. All right, so now we have these. Let's come over here. And we're gonna use the Aquafina, which is much like tap water. In fact, most bottled water is just filtered tap water. Dasani water you probably have heard about, or you drink that one. That one's been banned in Europe and Australia for putting tap water in their bottles, repackaging it, and selling it back to the public. Bottled water is an industry. And that industry is an $18 billion industry. So here's the tap water, or the bottled water. Here. And as you can see, it's very, very clear because it cannot break down those oil-based contaminants. I'm going to take it a step further here, and I'm going to show you with oil just how you can see how this works. So this is oil, and it's just sesame oil, so it's just oil. And here, we're going to take our tap water. And notice it doesn't pull or break down those oils, okay? So that's representing the tap water cleaning our fruits and vegetables. Now, we have the 11.5. And look at how it breaks down those oil contaminants. Isn't that incredible? And by washing your fruits and vegetables with this, it's gonna prolong the shelf life, typically a week longer, because you're preserving it with 11.5, which is an antioxidant. So it's a preservative naturally for your food. So I wanted to show you that today because we all eat fruits and vegetables. We just don't know that we're actually poisoning our bodies if we don't wash them. And if you're washing them in tap water contains chlorine, which is a gas was used in World War I to kill people. You're washing your fruits and vegetables in that, and that chlorine is going right into our fruits and vegetables, right back into our bodies. So now that you know that, go out there and wash all your fruits and vegetables in 11.5, and until I see you, be happy, be healthy, and be free.